Today's question is, Mike, what about if my partner says, but everyone's doing it? Come on, we got to do this. Everyone's doing it. Let's get into this one. This idea that everyone's doing it, so we have to do it. Well, first of all, even if you believed everyone was doing it, that's not usually a good way to ever make decisions on what you should do, right? If you're thinking, if the majority are doing this, therefore I must, you're always going to be living someone else's life. And you might be thinking, Mike, what do you mean to be living someone else's life? Well, you're always going to be under pressure to do what everybody else is doing. So you're not going to make your own choices. Your peer, the voice of everybody over here is doing this, so I have to do this, means you're not living your life. You're living according to what everybody else is doing or expects you to do. Really unhealthy way to live life. It's not free at all. You're very much under control of peer pressure. So that's one reason that that's an awful choice to make based on everyone's doing it. But let's also talk about the fact, this idea that everyone's doing it. It's so ridiculous. When I work with high schoolers, sometimes I'll say, when somebody says to you, everybody's doing it, actually stop and picture everyone doing it. And when you do that, so you're just like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. That's like, yes, you ask them why. We're like, one, it's so stupid. Of course, that's not what's happening. Exactly. Not everyone's doing it. In fact, when you talk with high schoolers and you say your 10 closest friends, if you think of them last Friday night, how many of them were actually sexually active on that Friday night? And of course, you'll have all realms of the spectrum. But as a whole, students will say the average, when you look at this, it's like 2 to 3. 2 to 3. Not even in the ballpark of half. Not even in the ballpark of half. So the idea that everyone is so messed up, so not true, and it's putting pressure as if you feel like you're the outcast for not. And in fact, you may be very much in the norm. You may be in the majority. But the point here is you shouldn't make decisions based on whether you're in the minority or the majority. Make them on when you're ready. It's the right time. You're of legal age. Everyone's of sound mind. It fits your value system. You absolutely mutually want this. That's what matters, not everyone else, not statements that put pressure on you. Never a healthy way to go into intimacy, or a wonderful way to experience intimacy based on pressure or coercion. Yes, so today's question was, what if everyone's doing it? We know the reality is they're not. Don't live by the standard of who is or who isn't. Live by your own values. That's in the end going to help you make really great decisions. That's today's question.